The Analytics Dashboard allows company administrators to see a dashboard view for payroll, workforce, user performance, and time and attendance. To view the dashboards, go to Reports, Analytics Dashboard. In this video, we will cover all 4 dashboards. To select the dashboard you wish to view, click on the arrow next to the dashboard name. To select a date range, click on the arrow next to the date range option. This will list all of the date range options to choose from. If you do not see a date range option you'd like to use, click on Custom, then enter a start and an end date. To filter down the information on the dashboard, click on the filter icon. Please note that not all filters will affect all widgets. The Workforce Dashboard shows employee events, active and terminating employee counts, turnover, growth, retention rates, and employee demographics. Each widget on the dashboard is interactive and can be clicked on to show more information and printed. To print the information, click on the widget, then click on the print button at the bottom of the page. To print one report for all events, click on the ellipsis icon and select Print All. You can also remove an item from the graph legend by clicking on it. The text becomes a strike-through and is removed from the graph. To add it, simply click on the strike-through text. You can switch between a bar graph, a line graph, and a list view with certain widgets. The history graph will show a rolling 12 months of either turnover, retention, or growth. Click on the ellipsis icon to choose between the last 12 months or select years to compare the data. A maximum of 5 years can be selected. The Payroll Dashboard shows earning by type, bank deposit by date, and payroll history. To view a specific earning, click on the earning in the drop-down menu. This graph shows a total earnings per month for a rolling 12 months. To view quarter-to-date and year-to-date for the current month, click on the ellipsis icon in the upper right-hand corner. In this widget, you can view the bank deposit based on the check date selected. When one of the 3 sections is clicked, the graph below or to the right will show a breakdown of that section. For example, when employee payments is selected, you will see a breakdown of hourly and salary employee payments and a category called Other. When the graph is clicked, it will show a table with all the employees paid in that pay period, including their payment and month-to-date, quarter-to-date, and year-to-date totals. If tax payments is selected, you will see a breakdown of your tax liability by federal, state, and local taxes. When a section of that graph is clicked, it will show a table with a breakdown of that tax type. If vendor payments is selected, it will show the amount paid to all vendors. When vendor is selected, a table with a breakdown of the vendor payments for that payroll will display. Lastly, a payroll history table will show at the bottom of the page. Based on the date range selected above, the same table can be found by going to Payroll, then Payroll. When the payroll ID is clicked, it will bring you to the payroll history page for that payroll ID selected. The User Performance Dashboard shows how many users by type your company has, how many do and do not have dominion accounts, how many employees are currently locked out, and details about all active users, including their permissions. The Active User table identifies the employees and the type of access they have. It also includes information such as the last time they logged in, the employee's direct supervisor, and more. The Time and Attendance Dashboard shows employees currently clocked in, employees working overtime, and supervisors who need to approve time cards. It also shows what device employees are punching, scheduled versus worked hours, exceptions, and total points if you use auto point system. Each widget on the dashboard is interactive and can be drilled down to show more information and printed. The employees currently clocked in will list employees who have an in-punch only. This works independently and does not look at the date range selected above. The employees working overtime will look at the current week. This can include daily, weekly, and bi-weekly overtime. For the supervisors needing to approve time cards, this looks at the most current open payroll. When the widget is clicked, it will show a list of all supervisors and their time card status. This is sorted by status first, then last name. The unapproved status will always be listed at the top of the table. The punch source will identify if employees are punching from a desktop site, mobile app, or time clock. You can view the scheduled versus worked hours by department, cost center, or supervisor. The exceptions section will list the time and attendance exceptions based on the date range selected at the top of the page. Each exception will give details specific to each exception. Lastly, if your company tracks points in time and attendance, you can see a bar graph of this information by department, cost center, or supervisor. The points total will be based on the date range selected at the top of the page.